Let's talk about the Swadeshi movement. When the Britishers entered India, at that time the Indian textile was at its zenith. There were at least 1 million weavers in Bengal alone. So there was no match to the Indian textile. But the Britishers who came to India started looking for raw material, that is cotton. And when this happened, there was a great setback to the Indian textile industry because there was an industrial revolution in Britain, which meant they not only required the raw material from India, but they also wanted that India should become a market to sell their ready goods. Thus, it was a double-edged sword policy according to which the raw material was picked up from India and the finished goods were resold in the Indian market. Well, in India, the main markets, that is the textile centers like Murshidabad, Machilipatnam and Surat started declining. The Indian peasants were forced to grow indigo. So there was a great setback to the Indian textile industry. Now, the Indians in the beginning who had adopted the cloth of the mills of Lancashire and Manchester started discarding the mill made cloth in order to opt for the Indian textile. Well, after this came the partition of Bengal. Lord Curzon partitioned Bengal because he thought that Bengal had become the center of all the revolutionary activities, and in order to make the Indian revolution a weak one, it was necessary to partition Bengal. Of course, the reason given forward was that Bengal was a big province and it was not easy to manage it as one province. But this made the Indians angry and they came out with more force and vigor to fight against the British rule, and thus started the Swadeshi movement, wherein the use of khadi, the hand spun cloth, was taken as a symbol of national unity. It was very easy for the upper caste Indians to discard the British made cloth and take up the Indian textile. But it was not easy for the other castes or the other segments to pick up this as fast. Well, whatever was happening in the Swadeshi movement, that is discarding of cloth and again coming to the mill cloth, but Gandhi saw in it a great opportunity, an opportunity that cloth can become a symbolic weapon to fight against the British Raj. Thus, the Swadeshi movement gave a big symbol, a big sign to the Gandhi that cloth is a big weapon to fight against the mighty Britishers. So, the Indian textile, which was booming and declined and then again started coming in the Indian market, gave one lesson to Gandhi that it is a symbolic weapon against the British.